Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. This is week 7 of the Fantasy Squad show. I'm your host, Jackson McCauley, here with my brother and cousin Thomas McCauley and Cole McCauley. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi guys, long time no
Tom-
see.
Thomas is rocking the mustache, as y'all can see. You've been keeping up with the Snapchats.
Yeah, I knew that I couldn't join the podcast until I at least had a mustache to
Had to
join.
be respectable.
I had to be respectable. I knew the competition I was coming in with, so I had to get 7 weeks to prepare. I feel like it's admirable right now.
You can grow a beard in like a weekend. I've seen it.
Oh, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, he can since like 8th grade. As you see, I'm in a new location. I've moved to my handy dandy recliner because
That grandma's old
Yeah.
recliner.
it is. It's great. Actually, watch this.
I recognize it as her.
Oh, it reclines.
But it's like electric.
Oh, cool.
You can't tell, but
Yeah, it's pretty great. Anyways, that's about me. But that's because the iMac I've been doing it on is super slow and old, and I'm just tired of it. So, I'm going to use my laptop now. Anyways, week 7, good bad week. Some fun football to watch.
Yeah.
We're moving on to week 8 already. We're recording this during the Thursday night football game. It's currently 3-10 in the middle of the second quarter, and Lamar Jackson's really struggling. And yeah, so we thought this week we were going to highlight Thomas's fantasy team, his team a lot, and we'll go over. I'm going to share my screen because I can do that now. And we can start with, I don't know, I guess we could start with like the standings, or we'll start with the
Sure.
scoreboard of last week's scoreboard. And I'm not just doing this because I beat Caleb by 85.
yeah.
I
Right.
want to know. That has to be like the biggest margin of victory ever, right?
I don't know. I mean, Johnson
Stat,
scored,
we need a
Johnson
stat check.
scored like
It has to be.
170.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
sure
But
like
that's
170,
80.
you
That's
could score
80
8.
points.
Maybe.
And
Yeah,
I know people have scored less than 60.
Yeah.
Well,
the
no, I
record
guess
is 40,
145.
the 40s. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if he has that data in the spreadsheet, but it's like 85 points is insane.
Yeah.
Like some people didn't even score that this week.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, you could combine a couple of these swiftly losing. Zach and
Yep.
Caleb combined.
Yep.
Pretty good week for me. Obviously, Jamar Chase gets hurt.
Oof. Yeah, I just heard
He's on
about
the
that.
IR. I learned about that like an hour ago.
Yeah, that's a blow. Who's your wide receiver one now?
This
Joe
week
Burrow
it's gonna be Ayukin, I guess. Because
Ooh.
Keenan Allen's still hurt and he's on bye this week. So hopefully
So
Keenan Allen will come back after the bye and be like his old self, I guess. Fingers
you have
crossed.
Ayuk and who else?
I will start Ayuk and DJ Moore, who had a big week last week.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Respectable.
Someone else. There's another player.
I've heard of him.
Oh, I'm gonna start Mooney this week because I need to
oh,
flex. Yeah, no, it's bad now. Like all of a sudden, because I don't think
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is not gonna play. I don't think so.
this whole year. I mean, this man's making millions of dollars for doing nothing the last 3 years.
Right. He played 2.5 weeks this year, and he was really
Yeah,
good.
and that was like the only weeks he's
tweaked an
played in the
ankle.
last like 3 years.
Yeah, no, he tweaked an ankle and now he's out. So I'm the land of the hurt wide receivers, where my 1, 2, and 3 best wide receivers are out. So fun. Caleb, he had 3 players out, and so I guess you can give him a pass. But
Yeah,
but
if you're gonna have a bad week, might as well do it on your bye.
yeah, I guess yeah. There was a lot of talk about that game in the group message for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
He was confident. He was
He was
confident.
confident in losing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's tanking my points against is what I was telling.
Yeah.
Someone.
He tanked his own points for. He went from we'll get to this in the power rankings, but He went from second in the league to 7th.
Jeez.
That'll do it to you. I mean, 1 week, you know. I mean, that's the same
Yeah.
thing with like scoring 150 like Thomas, you know.
Yeah, now I
His
was
team
like
is
middle of the waiver wire picks and clearly still needed those.
Anyways, that's about my game. Mayor of Chubtown, there's a change in
Yep.
team names, loses the tea time. This is actually a really close game. Kittle tried his best to do it.
That's his best game
It
so
was
far this year.
close.
Kittles, yeah, it's good to see. Sorry, I got a popcorn kernel. I like Sean's team. He's pretty consistent. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Chubb
Herbert's
is about
been-
as consistent as you can get.
Herbert's kind of been a question mark this year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his
he's
whole
hurt.
team's been injured, but like, yeah, nothing. He hasn't been really anything special.
Yeah.
Had
And then Cole Clark still like finds a way, you know, with his
Yeah.
kicker being, you know.
no one over 13 points besides the kicker, like, and still getting 100 points. That's pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
it's pretty good.
I think I wrote this, but he had the one player, Jason Myers, get over 13, and he had one player get under 8.
Wow,
So he had everyone but 2
Wow.
were between like 8 and 13 points.
that's good.
That's consistency.
Yeah.
right there. That's what you
It'll
want.
win you a few. Yeah.
Right. The next game is your game, Cole. Your first loss.
Yeah, I got
Who
fucked.
I think who I think has the best team in the league right now is Heath.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, he's definitely the hottest team. Austin Eckler and Kenneth Walker, 60 points. That's
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember week 2 or 3, like I would like. I mean, people were saying like, "Oh, Eckler's not going to be his old self." They were playing that big guy a lot, and then Eckler now is just like, "Holy shit, he's scoring 3 touchdowns a
Yeah.
game." It seems like.
RB1.
Well,
And
and
Kenneth Walker is
Josh Allen.
insane. Yeah, and didn't have Josh Allen. So I mean,
Right.
props to Heath. I mean, look out league.
Right. I think it's good. And someone should trade he should trade Tua for someone because Josh Allen's back. And now,
Yeah, I could use him this week.
yeah. I mean, well, I just think there's a lot of people that don't have QBs in this league, and he's not going to use Tua. Not saying anybody should trade for him, but anyways, next one. I thought JB was going to have it. He didn't have it this week.
I hope he goes 0-14.
I mean, it's almost amazing at this point. that he-
Yeah, honestly, it's like kind of more impressive than going 7-0.
I don't think it works like that.
It works
It's
like
the
that
same
up
way.
here.
Yeah. If you just made all the different decisions, he would have been 7-0.
And it's not that he's like, not just that he's losing, but he's like so far behind everyone in points for. Like, obviously, this was a close game and he had a good chance to win. He plays me this week, by the way, which I have Patrick Mahomes on a bye, so like, who knows? But
That would be
He
lit.
might.
That would be a lit upset.
it would for him, yeah, not for me.
And then the next game,
I mean, Alvin Kamara has really been questionable this season. I
Yeah,
know for
he had some like concerns in the beginning, but I think the last like 2 or 3 he's been pretty good. Yeah,
well, he was just kind of in and out of the lineup.
yeah.
He's been all right. I mean,
He's getting back into it.
Yeah, JB's team is struggling because he doesn't have a quarterback,
Yeah.
and
doubt.
he's struggling. Sorry.
I mean, if Dak can be like Dak from like a year ago or 2, he'll win a few games.
I don't know. This is taking. I don't know. Why did I do this? Yeah, it's his wide receiver. Oh, and it's gone.
Mike Williams is out now.
All right, cool. We're back.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I think he's just kind of it's kind of like in football or whatever. If you miss on a few draft picks, in fantasy football, it's like you kind of got to hit your 1, 2, 3s. If you miss those, you're kind of struggling.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
He's missed on a lot of them. I don't think it's his fault or
No, I mean,
his fault,
most
but
of it's injury luck.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like he just drafted players that haven't panned out like where they were ranked.
Yeah, it happens.
So, I've been there. Trust me. The next one, a team that's quickly falling. Wasn't he
Yeah.
4-0?
either 4-0 or 3-0. He was up there.
Yeah,
He's
right.
been like the bottom of the points for pretty much the whole season. So like I haven't shown him too much respect. And he's lucky Caleb got 60 because that 70 is not so great.
Yeah, right.
But Hopkins, he's back and legit.
Yeah. But Zach really whiffed on and McCaffrey will be better than he was last week. And but he,
Yeah, I mean,
he really whiffed
for
on
the
AJ
amount of
Dillon.
touches he got, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he looks great. But there's 3rd and 36 in this game. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, Lamar just threw the ball, just blatantly just threw it away for intentional grounding.
I think I might be ahead of you, big dog. Oh,
Third,
Mark
no,
Andrews.
no, that's unexplained. Why it's 3rd and 36,
Oh,
and they're
Mark Andrews-
running.
Mark Andrews is going to the tunnel. Uh-oh.
Speaking of Mark Andrews, 0.4 points last week.
Yeah, Zach was talking to me about that today. He was asking me if he wanted to
He's
start.
been so good and so consistent this year.
He's hurt. That's what's going on. He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
because like didn't the week before last he get like 25?
yeah, he's been doing that all year, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
just been
good.
he's been hurt, so I guess he's just playing through it. And then Thomas, let's talk about your game. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it helps in some ways when your opponent scores. Caleb can probably attest to this. When your opponent scores over 130 points, you kind of just shrug.
Yeah,
Hey, it just wasn't my week.
would have
it
been a
would've-
loss pretty much no matter what.
Yeah, so like that was pretty apparent early on that he was going to have a killer week. It would have been nice for me to be in like the 90s or like the hundreds to put up like a semi-normal game. But I mean, all props to John. His team was really pretty dynamic, and the 85 points. That's like, even though we have a lot of people in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah,
it's
there's like
not.
4 people who got like 85.
It's like not. It's not promising, especially considering my record right now. I'm just fighting for playoff potential.
2-5, Thomas. That's not good.
I
It's
know.
a big
I
week
can't
for
believe
you.
it.
It's a big week for you. Let's go look at the matchups for next week.
Big week.
Who you got next week, Thomas?
I was preseason ranked number 1, which is honestly, it's kind of rude of ESPN.
Are you the Notre Dame of fantasy football?
I might be. Every year they're like, yeah, number 1.
You got 11 points right now. Oh, you're playing free W. Oh, it's a big matchup between 2 and 5 down there.
Yeah, it's the big 2
Yeah.
5 matchup.
You got Brady with 4 points right now. That's good for starting him.
Ooh.
Yeah, they look good in the first quarter, and then towards the end, he's just not. I don't know. I really thought that Brady would come back this year and
still
be
time.
electric, but yeah, there's still time. It is week 8, so I don't know. I think they are really struggling. I think there's a lot
It's
of
not even just him. The whole team's pretty bad.
yeah.
And the defense
And-
isn't that good either.
Like Leonard
Yeah.
Fournette, they just know that he's
Gonna run it.
yeah, it's just so easy to predict when he's gonna run. So it's not great. Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady matchup 2 years ago would have been insane to have on your team, but it seems like it might have passed for success in fantasy at least.
Well, if you were going to take any athlete of all time ever to start off the season slow and turn it around, you take Brady. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the last
Yeah,
person
for
I'm
sure.
doubting.
yeah, right. So
For sure.
but maybe from a fantasy perspective, maybe you just let him on the bench until he proves it. But
Or just like give him to me for
I mean, at this point, I tried to pick up. So now that the week has passed, I did try to pick up Danny Dimes
so did I.
off the waiver wire. I don't know who ended up picking him up, but
probably
I
JP.
yeah. So I
can't remember who I got.
if I had picked Danny Dimes, I probably would have started him. But other
Yeah,
than
he's
that,
been
it's like
Good. Weird.
he's been the Giants confusing reign over their NFL team.
He has no fumbles this year. You know that?
Wow.
It's like someone else playing for him. It's like Tom Brady and Danny Dimes changed, and Mike Evans literally just dropped it.
Freaky Friday.
So overall,
Freaky
so
Friday.
far, Sean's kicking my ass already.
He's got 3 people playing, so I'd be okay. I don't know what time is it in the game.
It's
5 minutes
mid,
ago in the
yeah.
first half, so 5 minutes ago in the second quarter.
Mike Evans, what's up with him this year?
I mean, the whole team is down.
He's the guy throwing to him.
Is he injured a little bit? I mean, he just totally whiffed on a ball.
When he dropped that wide open pass
Yeah,
last week.
nuts.
Yeah. So, Gus Edwards with 1.8.
Oh my.
Tucker. You'll get it. All right. I'll stop sharing before we can move on to your segment of the game.
All right.
I think-
I will begin
Or
sharing.
me eating this popcorn is annoying.
You gotta enable it
Ah, son of a bitch. Sorry, Mom.
every week.
Advanced sharing option, all participants.
He just needs like a note card that
Is that
shows
good?
him the steps
Work?
every time.
Yep, all good. All right. Y'all can see my screen.
Yes.
Oh, get this shit out of here. God damn it. I don't know if you're seeing this. Okay. Wait,
Yep.
fuck. No, it's over here. Okay, shit. Excuse my language.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Deb.
Just one thing I want to, didn't really know what to write here, but I just crunched a few numbers. The league average for like points per game is 103.46 right now.
Mhm.
So that's the benchmark so far. If you're scoring under that, below average, you're scoring over that. Which I feel like, obviously this year's a down year in terms of fantasy points. And then obviously we moved to half PPR. So I feel like it kind of balances it out. I feel like that's probably not too far off from where we were last year.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think
Yeah.
before the half point PPR, I think we were saying that if you scored 100 points a game, you would win a majority of the games.
Yeah, if you scored 100, I was satisfied.
I thought that was a victory.
Yeah.
Here's the thing to note on that. Have y'all ever heard about the fantasy leagues that do the where you play 2 games a week and one game is against your opponent head to head, and the other game is against the league average points?
Oh no, that's kinda cool.
That's
So
interesting.
basically, or maybe it's the median, maybe not the average.
So how do you play 2 weeks are you just playing them simultaneously?
Yeah, you're not really playing. You just get 2 wins or 2 losses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
So, like, for
1-1.
instance, like if I were to score 120 and Jonathan were to score 125, I would lose,
go
Jonathan,
1-1.
but then I would
you
win.
would still get a win for the
Right.
over the
Or
average.
it's just for that week either. So but like last week, like Caleb would have gotten 2 losses and I would have gotten 2 wins,
Mm.
or whatever. It might be the median. I think that's a unique way of doing it because
Yeah.
you
That
run into
evens
where
out the talent for
where
sure.
points against, it's a coin flip how well your team does, but also how
Yeah.
you can't run into people that are going off, every week. So
It would eliminate teams winning like 84-80,
Yeah.
right,
which is part of the game, I guess. But
yeah, I just think it's interesting. Another thing is I think a pick 6 should be -4, and I really do think that's
what is it? -2?
it's -2. It's just a
It's
pick.
just an
Yeah, it should be
interception.
-1. I mean, not that probably changed many results, maybe like one a season, but whatever. I
Yeah.
agree. All right. Number 12, we all know who it is.
Damn.
Averaging 84.5 points or under 84.5 points a game.
Basically 20 points under the average.
Yeah, that would be bad like last year even. Like
I wonder.
It's not been good.
We need to get Heath on here and see what the average like.
I know, I don't know if he has that data, but I'm sure he can look it up. Anyways, Zeke Elliott was all right. Mike Williams was good. Now he's out though. For a minimum of 4 weeks is what they're saying. He does get DeAndre Swift back this week, so who knows about that? That might be his only chance at winning some games. But good luck. He plays me this week, so next week start doing good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 11, falling down one spot. It's Jonathan. He used to be really up there in points for. He's ninth. It's not the worst, but it's pretty bad. And he actually won because he played JB. So it sucks that he won and went down one, but I think he'd agree his team's not been super impressive. James Conner, he sucks.
He is
He is
not good.
bad at football. But luckily he had the backup, Benjamin. Chris Olave, offensive rookie of the year, probably. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts still doing bad. Like, I keep expecting him to turn it around.
He almost caught a touchdown last week. I was watching the game.
Almost.
How many points is almost catching a touchdown worth?
I think it should be 2. I don't know.
If it touches your hands, it's 3. If it's just out of your grasp, it's 2.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but he did have Justin Jefferson on a bye, and he's had some injuries. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Number 10, it's the team with the winning record that's struggling. Number 11 in points for, and he has the lowest points against. So like, he's not really taking advantage of that. But DeAndre Hopkins, he's been waiting all year, and he didn't disappoint. I mean, he was good. AJ Dillon fucking sucks. He's been awful.
Packers kind of suck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. But CMC in San Fran now, we'll see how that goes. I'd imagine he'd get the chance to score more touchdowns. I mean, probably less of a focal point just in Carolina, but probably more touchdown opportunities.
And just like when he was in Carolina, he's the entire offense. Where now it's like you got Shanahan, who's picking up dudes off the street who are running for 100 yards.
Yeah, but like they're not going to be scoring much in Carolina, so.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
All right, number 9, going up 2 spots. It's Cam. Congrats, man! You're in the top 10 for maybe the first time this season. I'm not sure.
The first time.
That's a backhanded compliment.
But it was kind of bittersweet, obviously, because Breece Hall's done for the year. Good thing he had Michael Carter, but also now James Robinson is there to take over. Metcalf got hurt.
I kind of missed that. They traded James Robinson to the Jets.
Yeah, he didn't get a single carry last week, and then they traded him.
That's crazy.
So hopefully he turns out well, because I need him to. But Josh Jacobs has arguably, like the last couple weeks, has been like the best player in fantasy, maybe. He's averaging 31.8 points per game in his last 3.
That's
crazy. For a running back, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild.
He's got Raheem Mostert, who's better than
we expected.
Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, Chase Edmonds.
Yeah. So it was a bittersweet win, and but he's won 2 in a row now. So he's kind of on fire, but who knows with the injuries how long that'll stay. Number 8, it's Thomas.
Listen,
Thomas, you lost badly, but you didn't move anywhere because
I'm glad I'll take the 8th spot.
Yeah, I mean, you're still top 5 in that, and you have the worst points against now, so nice. But luckily, so many of the teams above you did bad too, so that helped you out. Leonard Fournette, 3.6 points last week. Thoughts on that?
I'm still gonna refuse trades for Leonard Fournette, strictly because I'm on the ship that is sinking, and I'm too stubborn to change it.
All right.
Well, it's kind of one of those things now where it's like you can't really sell Leonard Fournette for cheap because
his value is not
your best chance is for him to turn it around.
That's my only chance. Yeah.
Right.
Tom Brady continuing to struggle. Jamal Williams, he hasn't been. He went crazy in the beginning of the season, and even with DeAndre Swift out in the last few weeks, he hasn't been very good. And I don't think it'll get better. But Travis Etienne, I mean, he's been unfortunately, he's been outplaying James Robinson for the past like 3 weeks, and it just kept getting worse every year or every week. But now he's got full control of that backfield. I
Finally,
mean, I
It
think
hap-
that
it
could be
happened.
really big.
Yeah, it
Did you
happened
see-
last year. I took Travis Etienne, and I just happened to have James Robinson as well. Got made fun of. Ended up working out because Travis Etienne didn't even play because he got injured. So James Robinson just went with Etienne this year, and I don't want to put any spooks on anyone, but because I didn't pick up James Robinson, he is now traded from that team and is now playing for a different team. So
Yep.
yes, sometimes drafting a backup is not always bad.
All right, we're moving on to number 7. It's Sean
Shut down.
Shuttown, formerly Just Hoping for the Best.
I don't know how I thought he tried to make that his team name before and he couldn't.
I know, and it didn't work.
Now it
We'll
works.
have to ask him about that. He's number 8 in points forward, number 6, so like right in the middle. Number 7 felt right. Drake London, what happened to him? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
And I'd assume it's only going to get worse once Calvin Ridley comes back, which like totally forgot about him.
I thought he was suspended for a season.
Yeah, like next season, I mean.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, Calvin
Yeah.
Ridley got there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now, but yeah, Drake London is averaging since in the last 4 games, he's averaging 3.7 points per game.
Hmm.
And he was putting up like 20 in the first couple weeks.
Yeah,
George Kittle, though, that was a promising game. I looked it up. I was totally surprised that Justin Herbert was. I know he's hyped up every year, but the 3rd quarterback drafted
yeah, he
in our
was.
league.
Yeah, he was.
That's
really
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
His average, like the whole talk about him is like his average depth of target is like 5 yards or something, and he's got like one of the best arms in the NFL
In the world, basically.
in the world, and they're
Yeah.
just the coach is just like dialing up these little like slants for him to throw and not throwing it down the field, which is like
Little dump offs to Eckler, which Heath loves, I'm sure.
yeah. So yeah, Brandon Eckler. We'll get there when we get to Eckler's so crazy, man. I watched the drive and he gets 8 catches on that drive. It seems like it's like holy shit, and it's like
Yeah.
the touchdown. I'm like, there's 40 points he scored in 2 minutes.
Trust me,
Anyway.
I know.
Anyways, Herbert is really good. He's got a great long ball.
I mean, they're super injured right now.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But, decent team. Did you know that? I'm sure you know it, Jackson, but last Sunday was National Tight End Day, and that is a holiday that George Kittle himself created.
I
I forgot about that.
I thought it was all of them. They made the team.
That's tight end U.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he did well on
His own holiday.
his own holiday, which he got to, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I guess so.
What's
But,
the holiday that they celebrate from The Office? The fake Christmas.
I don't know, Thomas,
feel
you're
like-
the expert.
Yeah, I'll bring that to the podcast next week.
All right. So harsh reality for Caleb. I'm sure he's gonna be fine. He had a ton of players on bye. He had Jalen Hurts, Dalvin, Diggs. He'll be fine. But like, I can't reward him for that. 60 points. I can't reward that. So he's going back 4. He went from number 2 in points forward to number 7 in 1 week, which is crazy. Graham Gano with 11 points was his stud of the week. So that's how you know it's not going well. Matt Ryan was so bad he got fucking benched. It wasn't a good week. I'm sure he wants to just move past it.
Matt Ryan might retire. Like that's like where
It's crazy.
Mid-season.
so.
Michael Gallup, who did play, got 0 points. So not good.
Yeah. I
All
don't know-
right.
I don't know why he started that, but yeah.
Number 5, moving up 2 spots, it's John. Had a great win over Thomas over there. Moved up to the middle of the pack in terms of points for. Nice job, Tyler Boyd. He's kind of gonna be feasting. He's been a good receiver all like his career.
He has been good.
And he's just kind of had to play like second or third fiddle behind Chase and Higgins. But now with Chase out for a few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes off.
Yeah. Hope so for Burrow's sake.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers still struggling, surprisingly. Aaron Jones was his other big player. Speaking of running backs that catch the ball like all the time, he had like 9 catches because they have no receivers. So that's good for John. Anyways, moving on to number 4, it's tea time, which after he lost to me in the Cold Bowl, do you guys remember that? You remember when he lost?
I do.
In week 1. Since then, he hasn't left the top 5.
Oh, nice.
So, and he's still in it. Narrow win, so close to a loss, but a win's a win. Just a very balanced effort with no real stars, but hey, I'll take it any day.
Yeah, right.
Good job. All right, number 3. It's you, Jackson.
Oh
Look at
my
me, climbing the
gosh.
ranks.
A lot of 4 and 3 teams, obviously. But you have moved up 6 spots in the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
You were number 9 on the verge of falling out of the top 10, and now you're number 3.
Tells you how much this can change in a few weeks.
Yeah. And obviously Joe Burrow was huge. And then obviously the guy he was throwing to, also great.
Yeah.
But as we discussed earlier, there's some injuries at play, especially at receiver. Andre Stevenson, still really good. I think I've heard they might trade Damien Harris.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Be
Well,
nice
that's
for you.
cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Ramondre is better than Damien Harris. I mean, whatever.
I started Keenan Allen, who played like a quarter or 2.
Yeah, before leaving.
He played like a few drives before it didn't even play. I don't know why. I
Who
did
would
that.
have thought that PJ Walker was the key to DJ Moore's success?
That'd be awesome if that were the case this week. I'd love that.
We'll see. Anyways, number 2 is Heath, and I told him, I get it. But I'm also like, I'm treating this as like a sort of like the AP poll. I'm still the best record in the league. He kicked my ass, and rightfully so. I would say he's definitely a hotter team. I'm still points for leading by, I think, by like 7 points. So it's still a good margin. And I still have a 6-1 record. But he was number 3 and like right on Caleb's heels. But now he's like, I would say he's neck and neck with me, and I'm 1 loss or 1 bad game away from losing the number 1 spot for the first time since like I think week 2 or 3. So I'm a little worried.
Listen.
Self-thrown.
I'm not here to
number
do
1 spot.
anything. You don't have to defend yourself because these are your power rankings. But Heath has won 4 straight games.
I know.
Scored
I had
over
1 6.
115 the last 3 or whatever. You've scored in the 90s back-to-back weeks.
Okay, but if someone's undefeated, you can't.
Well, I don't. If they're it's like Zach could be undefeated going and scoring 80 every week. Doesn't mean.
I mean, at some point you have to respect that. But
If you got a 1-loss Georgia team playing against a 0-loss Alabama team, okay. No, maybe a 2-loss Georgia team playing
I'm
a 0-loss
all
Alabama
here.
team, and they kill Bama, they would hop them in the rankings.
you would, but then again, like think of like if Texas would have beat Alabama, it's not like they automatically hop them.
No, but he was.
My reasoning was I built myself a big cushion.
Okay,
and I
I
told-
hear you. You had a
Yeah.
great first 6.
He's still better. He's still better.
I mean, yeah. He could definitely prove it this week. If he scores more than me, he's probably going to be number one. I mean, I don't have my quarterback, so there's a good chance
How
I'll do
many
that.
points do I have to score to be number one?
I'm like
300.
400.
Okay. All right.
Do it. All right, we got two
But
of them. I don't know if you see that. So
yeah, I mean, you could definitely argue Peep is a better team than mine, and I wouldn't be upset at
But
all.
both teams are very good.
now he needs to get his wide receivers in check. Amon-Ra needs to get in check, and Sutton
Mhm.
hasn't been very good.
I mean, yeah, the running backs definitely carried him with like
That's right.
60 points,
Yeah,
and
he had no Josh Allen.
I know didn't even need him. Crazy.
So, anyways,
Anyways, there's 2 minutes left, so I'll just quickly go over mine. Still 118 per game. That's number one.
That's
By
killer.
7 points.
Boo!
7 points is a pretty good margin.
It is. It's a lot. Yeah.
But obviously I went into panic mode this week, trying to get an RB2, hoping that James Robinson's trade will fix that. And I really think Kareem Hunt might be traded too soon, which would be if he like goes to like the
Really?
Bills.
Really,
I mean,
there'll be a lot of running
he's-
backs getting traded.
yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm missing is a solid RB or consistent RB2.
Yeah.
Like Kareem Hunt has his moments, James Robinson obviously has his moments, and Khalil Herbert is better than David Montgomery. Like, change my mind. You can't. He's better.
How's Deontay Johnson been doing?
He's getting targets and stuff, but like since the Steelers' offense is so bad, he has like no touchdowns. So it gets me a good like 8 points every week. So,
Since when do you?
but Juju 21.9. He's like wide receiver. Where is he?
On the bench.
What was my build prediction? What he was top 10. He's
15,
getting there.
or 10 or 15. Yes.
19.
Yeah, he's getting there. And it's
Anyways.
what's crazy about the Chiefs is like Patrick Mahomes told us that. He told us preseason, he was like, there's not gonna be a wide receiver one in fantasy on my team this year. And we were like, no, it'll be Juju, it'll be MVS, it'll be Sky Moore.
It'll
And
be
guess what? It's not. He told
McCole
me
Hardman. He's always
This was
up there.
Deebo Samuel's first single-digit game, which is like the second I brought that set up last week's rankings. Of course, that's what happens.
right.
And Zach Ertz, that's his worst game of the season, so can't really have those two playing season worst. Anyways, there's probably like 10 seconds left, so that's it. Good
Hey,
job,
I
everyone.
don't want